Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. Hello, basketball fans. Brian Anderson here, courtside with Doris Burke and Grant Hill. Our reporter is Allie LaForce. Now a moment to take a look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it's been trending for Klay Thompson.
And it's not the kind of trend he wanted to see, but that's what happens over the course of almost any career. Coaches around the league have learned all your tendencies, and let's face it, playing for as long as he has takes a toll on the body.
So a look at our starters for Orlando. On the wing, it'll be Bane and Wagner. Banchero and Carter Jr. make up the front court. And it's Suggs in at the 1. And for the Mavericks, Max Christie is out there with Williams. Then it's Washington, then it's Marvin Bagley, and it's Flagg in at the 3. There's nothing like the intensity of coming down to the wire when both teams are fighting for playoff position, Grant.
Well, you know, B.A., for these teams, what you did before doesn't matter. You have to give everything in this game. It's essentially a bunch of one-game seasons from here to the finish line.
Now here's Wagner. Banchero finds Carter. Orlando moving the ball around. Christie with a steal. Bagley against Suggs. Outside, Williams. Here's Flagg. Pass to Bagley. 6 to shoot. Washington outside. Launches it. Tipped away. And here's Wagner. He'll bring it up for Orlando. Their last encounter in Orlando.
They really scrapped out a win last time. Foul trouble on the other side helped them immensely.
Oh, no doubt. Playing aggressively, forcing the action, that often works in your favor, and it did the last time around.
And it's incredible how taking good risk on defense often leads to good looks at the other end.
That is quick defense to offense. These guys, such terrific athletes. You can't let your guard down.
From deep, Bane. Here's Carter. Pass to Banchero, and he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
For a young player, Banchero has tremendous footwork in the post. He stays in balance and puts defenders in awkward spots.
Orlando shooting their initial free throws of the game here. The first free throw is good. Well, granted, 6'10", 250, Banchero is a guard in a big man's body.
Yeah, B.A., he has a great handle, which allows him to get wherever he wants on the floor. And the vision to create for his teammates, too. But if you put a smaller guy on him, he plays bully ball.
Second free throw, no good. And the Mavericks are in the planning stages for a new arena set to open by 2031.
Yeah, their existing arena opened in 2001. A 30-year run for an NBA venue is pretty typical. And remember, it's big business. New arenas are often the anchor tenant for larger developments.
So you love the opportunity by Franz Wagner to get out in transition, find success with an easy one.
Now Williams. Really struggled in the loss against Milwaukee. And there's the call on Banchero. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Here's Flagg, defended by Wagner. Pass to Bagley. Deflects the pass. Over Carter. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Dallas shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
At the line for 2, Marvin Bagley the third.
Shooting 2.
No good on the free throw. Well, it's hard to stop a 6'10" wing who can handle and play through contact. And the Magic have 2 of them, Grant.
Yeah, the numbers remarkably similar for Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner. Banchero is stronger and more of a rebounder, but both of them are stars.
So he can't get either to fall. And the Magic with possession. They want to keep rolling here following a win against Atlanta.
Yeah, they really worked hard to find shots in that one. Some good play calls and energy on the offensive end.
Well, give credit to a couple of their guys for their complete locked-in nature. They were just focused and they made everything they looked at.
Williams passes to Bagley. Outside, Williams. Bagley, a screen on Suggs. Stolen by Carter. And here's the fast break. Suggs with the bucket.
Jalen Suggs at his best is a real dangerous threat in the open floor.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Outside Christie, right wing. Here's Flagg, defended by Wagner. The three from Washington. The rebound by Carter. Magic leading by 5. Banchero in the post. Washington's there. And Banchero gets it to go.
I mean, 6'10", about 250. Banchero imposing his will inside.
Christie against Bane. Christie passes to Bagley. Here's Flagg. Clock at 6. Pass to Bagley to stop the run. Orlando with the rebound. Wagner outside. And the dunk by Wagner.
I tell you, don't be surprised when Franz Wagner gets up above the rim and finishes. This guy loves to attack the basket.
Here's Williams. Still no points. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
So Jason Kidd's decided to call timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Let's see which teams have been unwavering at the free throw line since the All-Star break. The Magic in second.
Ever since the break, they've been shooting with great confidence from the line, and their numbers reflect that.
And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played to end the drought. This one for 3. And there's Christie. That one's good on the assist by Flagg.
And that's just superb awareness right there by the rookie Flagg. That kind of selfless attitude is big for team chemistry.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, Jason Kidd had a few moments to share with me. Coach and I talked about the ways that Paolo Banchero is used on offense and how his defense will respond. He said with Paolo, he can deploy in any area of the floor and be effective. Personally, I think he's the most dangerous at the elbows, but he can go to work anywhere. You have to know where he is at all times. Back to you.
Thank you for that, Allie. And Williams has got the ball here for the Dallas Mavericks. They trail by 9. Pass to Flagg. Bagley sets a screen. And it's Flagg missing. Orlando has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Now here's Banchero. Orlando moving the ball around. Kicks it out to Wagner. From downtown. Oh, he gets it to go. So far, he can't miss. He's 4 for 4.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Mavericks trail by 12. Bagley, a screen on Suggs. And stolen by Suggs. Drives to the hoop. And the layup is good off the glass. Suggs has got 7 points in the game. All right, a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Magic.
Well, their hands resulting in plenty of steals in the early going, keeping the opposition there off balance.
And the other thing that's working for them tonight, getting out into the open floor. A lot of the damage coming in transition.
Back to Williams. Over to the left wing. Here's Flagg. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee. Good on the shot.
A masterful job capitalizing from the mid-range. When the defense gives Flagg this area, he happily exploits it.
Suggs finds Banchero. Christie against Bane. And it's slammed in by Carter.
Boy, that's a big-time effort play by Wendell Carter Jr. This guy gives you everything he's got.
The Mavericks have gone just 3 for 7 here at the start. To the left side wing. Outside, Williams. And stolen by Suggs. And here comes the break. He goes up. Throw it down on the breakaway jam.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Here's Williams. The Magic making their last shot to the paint. Here's Washington. Ooh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. That one on Banchero.
I think you have to admire the aggressiveness with which P.J. Washington plays every single night.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. So for the Magic, De Silva comes in for Paolo Banchero, and Black subbed in for Suggs.
One shot.
And that one falls for Washington. And here's Wagner. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Atlanta.
And he played cat and mouse with the defense, baiting them into fouls, working himself to the line.
Now here's Wagner. Back to Bane. 6 on the shot clock. Wagner outside. Three-pointer. And it's Bagley with the rebound. Mavericks trail by 13. Christie with the ball. Williams finds Washington. Here's Flagg. Washington a screen to the inside. Oh, deflected. Stolen by Bane. And it's Orlando on the break. Here's De Silva. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
No debate there. He got hammered.
Orlando shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. First free throw is good. Well, after the Magic traded away Dwight Howard back in 2012, seems like they spent about a decade in limbo, Grant.
That's so true, B.A. And once they finally committed to building through the draft, the turnaround was pretty rapid, showing the upside of drafting and developing from the ground up.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Two-part equation. You have to be aggressive enough to get to the line, then talented enough to sink them.
Williams looking around. Pass to Flagg. Bagley a screen on Wagner. Here's Flagg, defended by Wagner. Here's Washington. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Been a tough stretch for this guy right now, looking a little out of sorts.
Outside Bane. Picked by Carter. Inside. And there's a 3-second violation. And this is how the West looks with just 3 games left until the playoffs begin. You look at the Mavericks, and after a subpar season, there have been some questions about the direction of this franchise.
Well, right now for the Mavericks, they realize they have 1 month to go here, and as a team currently in the middle of the pack, there's a huge opportunity to gain separation. So I think they're up for the challenge.
Now here's Williams. No made baskets yet. Here's Bagley, bearing his second of 3 attempts.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Orlando leading by 13. Pass to De Silva. Back to Black. And here's Wagner. Fires the 3. Knocks down the long J. Wagner's got 12 points in the game.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Now here's Williams. Making a mark on the offensive end. Scoring around 13 a game. And here's Flagg outside. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Boy, his shot looks deadly right now. Already he's hit 3 of 4 to start.
And here's Wagner. He'll bring it up for Orlando. They lead by 14. Outside Carter. Puts up a 3. Kept alive by Orlando. Black passes to Wagner. It goes again. His 6th basket in 7 tries.
They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
I know it's early, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
So Jason Kidd's decided to call timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Thompson, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Marshall comes in for Williams, then for Orlando. Bataze comes in for Carter, and it's Mo Wagner in for Desmond Bane. Mavericks trail by 16. Thompson outside. Back to Marshall. Here's Flagg. He's been a big scorer for this offense, averaging around 20 points a game. Shot clock at 6. Jacks up a 3. Orlando with the rebound. To the wing, right side. Down low. Black outside. Beyond the arc. Sends it home from three-point land.
Their ability to space the floor has been the story of this game.
And what surprises me is the defense hasn't done anything to take away that three-point shot. That has been their preferred weapon tonight.
And so it's Dallas with it, following the three-point basket by Orlando.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Thompson against Wagner. Takes the 3. Thompson, no good.
Tried to come right back at him with the 3. Not that time.
Wagner against Thompson. Wagner, right side. The rebound by Klay Thompson. Mavericks trail by 19. Oh, and a fast break for Dallas. Again, the miss by Dallas. Orlando has gone 4 of 7 from three-point range here in the first. Back to Black. Wagner outside. Batadze with a screen. Wagner, the pass to Batadze. He gets it in there. And the Magic lead by 21.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
.107 left to play in the first. Tipped. Out left to the wing. Releases. De Silva, no good.
Oh, he'd like to have that one back. That's in his wheelhouse for sure.
Now here's Marshall. Yet to see a basket. Pass to Flagg. Can they get it? It's rebounded by Batadze.
Boy, this guy has completely lost his focus. Nothing working.
Here's Wagner. And the rebound goes to Dallas.
Most defenses want to protect the paint first. Great job there.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That's on Goga Batadze. And this will be his second trip to the free throw line.
At the line for Dallas, Marvin Bagley III. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. So both teams making some changes here. And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
They're playing with a lot of energy tonight. We can see that in their dominance on the glass.
Black outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Wagner. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move! He's got a chance for 1 more at the line. It'll be on Marvin Bagley. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
1 shot.
It's been all about Franz Wagner for the Magic, absolutely carrying the offense. He ends the quarter with 14. And don't go far. We'll be right back.
If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. Boy, a very convincing performance from the Magic so far.
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
I'll tell you, that willingness to make the extra pass, that is what creates good looks. It also forces the defense to scramble.
They've got Khris Middleton, also Daniel Gafford out there. Najee Marshall is out there with Klay Thompson. And it's Nembhard in at the point. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, B.A. Jamal Mosley is doing a tremendous job for the Magic, and the players gravitate to his approach. He said, quote, "Coaching is teaching, and you can't teach yelling and screaming and hollering. You teach with communication and positivity, because that's how I think a lot of these guys will actually register it. Guys, back over to you.
A new school approach. Thank you, Allie. Orlando making a switch here. Bataze's checked in. We see teams in college and high school run a lot more full-court press. Why is that less prevalent in the NBA doors?
Well, it's been less prevalent, BA, but all of a sudden teams are starting to push up in full court, understanding that if you can take 4 to 5 seconds off a shot clock with the shortest shot clock we have in the game, then that puts so much more pressure on the offense to execute.
Here's Marshall. Nembhard outside for three. Back to Marshall. Fires the three. It's rebounded by Banchero.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Black, right side. Now Bataze. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. 6 to shoot. Wagner with a screen on Nembhard. Black. Orlando again missing. Mavericks trail by 21. Pass to Nembhard. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Back to Thompson. Fires for three. It's rebounded by Wagner. Magic leading by 21. Bataze down low. He's guarded by Nembhard. Here's De Silva. And another miss by Orlando. Dallas has gone 0 for 4 from beyond the arc here in the second quarter. Nembhard, the pass to Gafford. Now Nembhard. Pass to Gafford. Some solid D from Bataze.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
Right, he stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
Not the tallest center in the league, he more than makes up for it with those crazy hops.
Dallas shooting an unimpressive 30% in this game so far. On the wing, Nembhard. Black defending. Middleton outside. Some nice ball movement by Dallas. Now here's Nembhard. Defense right on him. Goes up at the elbow. Good as the jump shot falls.
Yeah, that's butter. I mean, Middleton with one of the smoothest jump shots in the league.
And Doris, even in the latter stages of his illustrious career, this coaching staff trusts Khris Middleton to create offense.
Well, one of the reasons you hear that, BA, is Khris Middleton is the very definition of a solid basketball player. He can play with the ball in his hands. He can get off the ball and knock down shots at a high level. We've seen him under duress of big-time championship moments make every right read. It's never a bad decision to give him the basketball.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Here's De Silva. And he gets the bucket.
Their interior D continues to look shaky. Not a good matchup for them right now.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Middleton passes to Gafford. And the dunk by Gafford.
Well, Daniel Gafford sets a solid screen, gets off it quickly, and gets a bucket.
And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. group substitution here for Dallas. Washington's checked in for Middleton. Flagg comes in for Marshall. Christie's checked in for Klay Thompson. And Williams is subbed in for Nembhard. Then for Orlando, Franz Wagner comes in for Batadze. And it's Jalen Suggs in for De Silva. Orlando leading by 23. Suggs, the pass to Wagner. And the dunk by Wagner.
Boy, when he catches a rhythm, Franz Wagner is relentless offensively.
And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for Dallas. The Lakers will be traveling in to face them after this one. That'll be the second and last game of a quick homestand. Pass to Christie. Right side, Williams. Doesn't go that time. Great D that time from Suggs. For Orlando, they've gotten 4 of 8 shots to drop in the second. Wagner inside. Washington's there.
You're not going to get stops against him unless you give an effort.
And so it's Dallas with it. And here is Williams. No points yet. Gafford with a screen on Suggs. Suggs against Williams. Pass to Washington. Now here's Williams. Misses the 3. Wagner looking it over. Going inside. No stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity at a three-point play. Daniel Gafford picks one up. This will be his second trip to the free throw line in this one. Desmond Bane, he's checked in for Orlando.
One shot. One shot.
Doors for teams looking to trade away a big money player. It seems the landscape is getting more challenging.
BA, to me, roster construction is one of the single most difficult things in this league. First and foremost, there are rules in place that restrict salary acquisition. The other piece of this is there are now second aprons in place. So it's not just roster construction, it's sustaining a quality roster over time and keeping that continuity. Success in this league is tough.
Now here's Suggs. 11 points for him last game against Atlanta.
And not just exerting himself scoring the ball, also showing energy on defense as evidenced by his 3 steals on the game.
And once again, off the mark by Orlando.
Boy, after dropping 2 triples in the first quarter, he hasn't hit another yet.
Gafford passes to Williams. Gafford with the ball. He had 9 points in his last time out. Here's Flagg. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
Name a way to score. Cooper Flagg can already do it.
The Magic have gone 6 of 11 here in the second quarter. Suggs, the pass to Banchero. Back to Suggs. From the top of the key. Doesn't drop. He's 4 for 5.
That's a breakdown defensively right there, folks. He just could not make them pay.
Pass to Flagg. Now Williams. Guarded by Bane. Washington, a screen on Bane. And Washington with the basket on the assist from Williams. Washington's got 5 points.
Boy, that's how you execute in the painted area. Love when P.J. Washington is assertive.
Here's Wagner. Pass to Suggs. The kick out to Banchero. Over Washington. Banchero no good. Mavericks shooting just around 33% since the second quarter got underway. Williams against Suggs. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Dallas shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
At the line for Dallas, Williams taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. The Mavericks making a switch here. Bagley's checked in. Then for Orlando, Bataze's checked in for Wagner. And Black subbed in for Paolo Banchero. And Williams drops them both. Orlando's gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. To the left wing. Wagner outside. Just 5 to shoot. That one off the back iron and out. Dallas shooting 35% so far in this one. Here's Williams. Bagley sets a screen. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Oh, the big finish by Bagley.
They're improving, but still find themselves behind.
Yeah, but this run started with tighter execution at both ends, and that'll need to be maintained for them to have a chance to take the lead.
Magic leading by 22. Now here's Suggs. 9 points in the game. Bataze finds Wagner to stop the drought. And he takes it up and lays it in. Wagner's got 20.
Boy, he's been so efficient in this one. That helps your team in so many ways when you can put it in the basket.
So Jason Kidd's decided to call timeout here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. He's checked in for Bataze. And with 3 games remaining in the regular season, here's how the East stacks up. You look at the Magic, they're clinging on to the final playoff spot in the conference, trying to improve their position if possible.
Yeah, right now for the Magic, they're in a precarious spot. If the season ended today, they'd be in the play-in tournament. So you know they'd love to rack up some wins and avoid that scenario.
Now here's Williams. Williams, a screen on Bane. And here's Flagg outside. And it's Orlando with a rebound.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
One of the things you have to admire about Jalen Suggs, the aggressiveness, the willingness to make plays.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he makes a first.
Jalen Suggs gets a ton of attention for his offensive skill set, and that's appropriate. but let's remember, he can be imposing defensively.
Suggs hits them both.
Yeah, just knocking down every free throw. I mean, I love to see this kind of efficiency.
Pass to Flagg. Washington, a screen on Bane. 2 on the clock. They get it back. Here's Flagg. Bagley, a screen on Bane. And here's Flagg outside. On target from range. Flagg's got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, count them up. Can't give Flagg a look from deep.
There's a minute 47 left in the second period. Wagner outside. Pass to Carter. Back to Wagner. Oh, it's blocked by Washington.
This is the tenacious defense they love to see from P.J. Washington. That block sent a message.
He slams it home and gets some extra camera time chilling on the rim.
Yeah, he did spend a little time up there, didn't he? Suggs against Williams. Wagner outside. Carter, a screen on Washington. Orlando again missing. Mavericks trail by 21. Stolen by Bane. Right side Carter. Suggs outside. And stolen by Williams. Oh, what a fast break for Dallas. Oh, the big finish by Bagley.
It all happened in an instant. Turning defense into offense. Love it.
Well, just terrific anticipation to force the turnover and ignite the break.
Orlando with the ball. After the Mavericks picking up a basket just a moment ago. Fires top of the key. Carter, cash money from 16 feet away. Carter's gotten a second bucket on the night.
You can see in the movement there the athleticism Wendell Carter Jr. possesses. Really solid cut after setting the screen.
Here's Williams. Outside Christie. Pass to Washington. Here's Flagg. Washington a screen to the middle. And Washington powers it through.
Oh my goodness, P.J. Washington got off the deck in a hurry.
Outside Bane. Ball stolen. And now the Mavs on the run. And the fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Smart. Get out in front. Finish the break with authority.
I don't think anyone was catching him on that play. That is unbelievable.
And so it's Orlando looking in total control with this 17-point advantage as the buzzer sounds. We hear teams talk about wanting to get the ball inside, but this is how you do it. Time for a quick break, then back to the action.
Howdy, folks. Time for halftime fun. Woohoo! Before we check out the action at hand, first order of business, the power rankings.
Taking a look here now at the Magic. Headed down the final month of the season. At this point, they are who they are, a middle-of-the-pack club.
Yeah, decidedly average. Maybe they'll turn the corner late. Who knows? We've seen it happen. Now we'll take a look back at our featured game. That was quite a performance for the Magic.
They're efficient. They play to their strengths. That puts guys in a position to succeed.
Yeah, they take shots they feel confident about. If they don't feel confident, they make the next pass.
And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half action with Brian Anderson and company.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Franz Wagner has been sensational.
His whole first half looked like a highlight reel, rising up and just owning the rim.
Yeah, this guy, he plays fast, he's aggressive, and if you let him get to the cup, there is nothing that you can do about it.
And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for Dallas, trailing by 17. Here's who Jamal Mosley is starting the second half with. Wagner and Banchero, the lethal front court pair. Suggs and Bane team up as the backcourt. And it's Carter in at the center position, locking down the middle. Well, Orlando's shooting has been great this game, 58%. And they blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance at another one at the stripe.
Shooting one. Yeah, that play shows Banchero's strength and his determination.
He shot 2 free throws in the game. He's made one and missed one.
One shot.
The free throw drops for Banchero.
And the playmaking skills Banchero has already are outstanding. Just such a unique young player.
Outside, Williams. Pass to Flagg. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Well, Grant, in 2024, you added Cooper Flagg to the USA Select team before he even played a game in college.
You know, B.A., he maybe looked really good, too. You know, he performed extremely well against the men's national team. And at just the age of 17, he already looked like one of the better players on the court that day.
First one falls for him.
And we talk about generational talents. Cooper Flagg certainly on that list. He has a very high floor with a Hall of Fame ceiling.
So he gets them both. Grant, looking at Cooper Flagg, his versatility is what makes him such a highly touted prospect.
Yeah, B.A. Cooper can do a little of everything offensively. He also covers a lot of ground defensively at 6'9". And on top of his balanced skill set, his intangibles are just elite.
Listen, Wendell Carter Jr. is a big-time skilled big man. This guy, good things happen when you get him the ball.
He's got his first free throws of the night right here.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one.
I love that Wendell Carter Jr. plays within himself. Take high percentage shots, get as many rebounds as you can.
He hits the second from the line. Mavericks trail by 19. Outside, Williams. Here's Flagg. Floats one up, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Flagg. All right, let's look back on the last month now and see which rookie players were leading the way in assists per game. Cooper Flagg, number 1.
I really like how he sees the floor. A selfless distributor who enjoys hitting those guys in their spots.
Orlando leading by 19. Suggs, the pass to Carter. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. And it's rejected.
1 for 4 in the second half. Just trying to get into a rhythm.
On the wing, Christie. Washington outside. Outside, Williams. Clock at 6. To the inside. Here's Bagley. Oh, the big finish by Bagley.
Listen, this guy's doing his part. It's what we know he's about, but they have got to get some productivity from some other guys on this roster.
Bane against Christie. Carter, a screen on Christie. Bane, the pass to Carter. And it's Bagley with a rebound. Bagley's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Boy, if he ever finds his footing, they'll be in even better shape. Right now, his teammates carrying them.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. The Magic have gotten just 1 of 5 shots to drop since halftime. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, well, Desmond Bane, a deadly floor spacer, but he said, I have to be respected in a lot of different ways. Don't pigeonhole me into just being a catch-and-shoot guy or a movement shooter. I can score the ball in a variety of ways and do multiple things on the court. Back to you guys.
A lot in his bag. Allie, thanks very much for the report. Pass to Washington from outside the arc. Orlando with the rebound. Carter's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Bane with it, guarded now by Williams. Williams against Bane. Carter, a screen on Williams. The 3 from Bane. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Bagley's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Carter, and it's slammed in by Carter.
Oh, my goodness. Rock the rim, Wendell Carter Jr. We see you.
Mavericks trail by 19. Now Washington, 9 points in the game. Pass to Flagg. Williams against Suggs. And Williams gets the bucket on the assist by Flagg. Flagg's got 3 assists tonight. And so it's Banchero who brings it up for the Orlando Magic. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Puts it up from 12. And Orlando tacks on 2 more.
Yeah, this is a part of Banchero's game they'd like to develop here in the league.
Williams against Suggs. Pass to Flagg. Lets it go from deep. And his 5th make of the game in 12 attempts.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
Orlando leading by 16. And here's Suggs. He's got 11. Outside Bane. To the paint. And stolen by Bagley. Pass to Flagg. Back to Bagley. That one falls. 8 of 10 and scoring with confidence.
Individually, he's trying to lift the team. You've got to love the effort, but thus far, not getting over the top.
Orlando with the ball. Here's Wagner. And the dunk by Wagner.
Boy, you love the efficiency with which he's going at things tonight. This is what we've come to expect from him.
Dallas has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. And here's Bagley. Washington passes to Bagley. Oh, the big finish by Bagley.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. For Orlando, they've gotten 5 of 10 shots to go. Down low. And stolen by Bagley. Washington with the ball. He's picked up by Bane. Back to Washington. To the right side. Bagley, a screen on Wagner. Inside, just 5 on the clock. Wagner with a steal. To the paint. Stolen by Carter. Right side Bane. Snatched away. Washington left side. Pass to Williams. Here's Flagg, guarded by Bane. 5 to shoot. Banked it in off the glass. Flagg's got 16 points now.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Orlando leading by 12. Banchero surveys. Christie against Bane. Carter, a screen on Washington. To the inside. From the right block. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Well, you see, when a big man commits to his shot, Wendell Carter Jr., tremendous job drawing contact.
All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for Orlando?
They feel like they have an advantage inside, and so far they have done an excellent job exploiting it.
I think another thing that's striking here tonight, the ball movement is incredible. Again and again, they're making smart passes to ready shooters.
Versatility is what Wendell Carter Jr. brings to your squad. He has offensive game both inside and outside. And on the other end, he gets the job done using his size.
Marshall, he's checked in for the Mavericks. And a change for the Magic. Black's checked in for Suggs. And so Carter nails them both.
And after attempting no free throws in the first half, now he's putting the defense back on its heels.
Now here's Williams. Black defending. Outside, Williams. Driving in. Here's Bagley. Oh, the big finish by Bagley.
Boy, something so good about a perfectly placed lead pass. That is nice.
Orlando leading by 12. Wagner outside. Carter, a screen on Washington. Here's Banchero. Carter. Great positioning on the putback.
Hey, whatever coach told him during the break is beginning to pay off.
The Mavericks have gotten 8 of 11 shots to go in. Efficient so far in the third. Out to the right wing. Washington up top. Guarded by Banchero. Marshall on the wing. Pass to Christie. Some nice ball movement by Dallas. Christie with a screen on Carter. Williams from long range. A rebound by Carter. Carter's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. From the arc. Here's Banchero. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
Oh, what tenacity on the boards. Banchero takes pleasure in capitalizing on the offensive glass.
Mavericks trail by 16. Pass to Bagley. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That's on Wendell Carter.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Well, he hasn't been able to capitalize on his chances at the line, only making 1 free throw. And he drops the first. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Washington. And both free throws good for Bagley.
And we've seen some good free throw shooting in the second half.
Magic leading by 14. Black passes to Banchero. Carter, a screen on Bagley. Here's Banchero, stolen by Gafford. Pass to Christie. Now Bagley. Back to Christie. Now here's Williams. Bagley sets a screen. 5 on the clock. Down low. Oh, the big finish by Bagley.
The value of good ball movement isn't lost on this squad.
Orlando has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Black with it, working on Williams. Outside Bane. Back to Black. Carter, a screen on Williams. 4 on the clock. Here's Black. Orlando needs to get off a shot here. And it's good for 2. Carter's got 11 points here in the second half.
He's going off this quarter. A huge reason why this team is on top.
Christie with the ball. They've got plenty of time to get back into this.
Yeah, I'm sure they feel pressed, but this is when you have to stay calm and execute.
To the middle. Here's Bagley. Oh, the big finish by Bagley.
Amazing individual performance, but you'd like to see more guys start to get involved. I don't know if he can do it alone.
For Orlando, they've gone 8 of 15 in the third quarter. Black passes to Banchero. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It'll be on Marvin Bagley.
A full load to handle anywhere on the floor. Banchero makes sure he gets his.
He's made 2 of his 3 attempts tonight.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good.
Despite the fact that he's highly skilled, Paolo Banchero also plays with this relentless energy you love.
Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Dallas. Wagner's checked in for Orlando. De Silva comes in for Wagner. Both shots good from the stripe.
Well, big man that makes their free throws. Bravo.
And Williams has got the ball here for the Mavs. It's a 14-point game. Thompson outside. Oh, and Klay makes that 3 look so easy.
They're having a good half offensively, shooting over 50% from the field now, trying to close the gap.
Well, Orlando's shooting about 53% in the third, a very good number. After missing multiple seasons due to injury, Klay Thompson's game has changed.
It had to, Brian, because the types of injuries he had are so difficult to come back from. You admire the fact that his willing adjustment to what his game now looks like. Is he the elite defensive player he once was? No. But can he hold up defensively? Yes. And now as a shot maker, he can still be a pivotal part of success.
Flagg's checked in for Bagley. And the Magic making a change here as well. Mataze's checked in. And it's the Magic with the ball. They lead by 11. And following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Pelicans at Smoothie King Center in New Orleans. That'll wrap up this short 2-game road trip. Mataze a screen on Williams. Over to the wing. 6 to shoot. Banchero right side. Over Flagg. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Banchero's got 11 points here in the second half.
Boy, bringing tremendous energy right now, and his teammates are absolutely feeding off it.
And here's Flagg outside. Orlando grabs the miss.
Well, that's the opportunity they're looking for, just not the result, obviously.
To the paint. Mataze, the pass to Black. Out to the wing. There's the triple. Pure from 3-point range. De Silva's got 7 points in the game.
Well, you give this guy a half-decent look from distance, and he's gonna make you pay.
Thompson scanning the floor. Fires from deep. It doesn't go for him. Orlando leading by 16. Batadze down low. He's guarded by Gafford. Batadze, the pass to Banchero. Now here's Black. He's been contributing over 15 a game. To the inside. Here's Wagner. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. He's got 10.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly and capitalizing.
And so it's the Orlando Magic, a sizable 18-point lead at the end of the period. They're getting quality looks, and that's why they're shooting at such a high clip. Back to the game after this break. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Well, the Magic shooting 59% in this one, a good average. Thompson and Flagg fill out the wings. Khris Middleton is out there with Daniel Gafford, and it's Marshall in at the point guard position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Black outside. And again, it's Orlando converting.
Making plays at both ends of the floor, and it shows up in the box score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Thompson outside. On the take, shoots from the elbow, and he hits the jumper for two.
Always ready to rise and fire from anywhere. Thompson's mid-range jumper is pure.
Here's Wagner. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Suggs outside. Wagner with a screen. There's the three. Suggs, no good. Mavericks trail by 18. Pass to Marshall. Here's Flagg. And here's Gafford, defended by Wagner. Here's Marshall. Gets the three to fall.
Well, listen, he may not be lights out, but if you give him that good a look, he's going to hurt you.
Up top, Black. Orlando moving the ball around. Suggs with it. Marshall's there. So it'll be two free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
You cannot be overzealous when you're trying to guard Jalen Suggs. He's so crafty, so good at drawing fouls.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Suggs. No good on the second free throw. Wagner. Ooh, tough possession there. They stayed with it. Just couldn't make the shot. Mavericks trail by 16. Pass to Marshall. Here's Flagg. Black defending. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
And you watch Flagg, this rookie has endless energy.
Flagg, 2 shots.
The first one falls, and the Mavericks making a change here. Washington's checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Magic leading by 14. They set the pick. Here's Suggs. Ooh, he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. P.J. Washington picks one up.
Shooting two.
First one falls for him. Good on both. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Marshall outside. Pass to Flagg. Six on the shot clock. Washington passes to Thompson. Back to Washington. And here's Flagg outside. De Silva with a rebound.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
Wagner outside. Wagner with a screen. Wagner, the pass to Suggs. Over Washington. Suggs, no good. Mavericks trail by 16. And Washington powers it through.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Out to the right wing. Black outside. Pass to Wagner. Shot clock at 6. Wagner against Washington. 4-3. Orlando again missing. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 4 in the fourth and looking confident on offense.
And throwing it down off the drive. Flagg showing off those young legs and athleticism.
Magic leading by 12. And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. switch here. Carter's checked in, and let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Jamal Mosley was saying to the team. And despite the lead, they are still coaching this team hard. In the huddle, they told their guys to stay alert. Do not give them anything easy. They want to protect this late lead, guys.
Okay, thank you, Allie. On defense, the Mavericks. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth. And it's Wagner missing. Mavericks trail by 12. Thompson outside. Marshall outside. Washington, a screen on Suggs. And the foul called on Jalen Suggs. That's his first foul of the game. And the Mavericks with some changes. Bagley's checked in for Gafford. Christie comes in for Thompson. And Williams is subbed in for Marshall. Then for Orlando, Paolo Banchero, he's checked in for De Silva. And it's Bane in for Franz Wagner. Williams against Suggs. Pass to Flagg. Shot clock at 5. It's rebounded by Banchero. Banchero's got 7 rebounds in the game. And here's Suggs. Outside Bane. Down low. Here's Banchero. Paolo with the attack.
And I think we're going to see a lot of nights like this from Banchero. He is built to score and never seems to take a play off.
Pass to Flagg. Back to Williams. Here's Flagg. Guarded by Bane. Inside. Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
Boy, how about the timing, the delivery? That is exactly how you set a teammate up.
And so it's Suggs. He brings it up for Orlando. A 12-point game. Black outside. Pass to Banchero. Three-pointer. The big man, Banchero, showing the range.
And Banchero has some range already. I mean, I want to see him continue to drain these shots.
Here's Williams. Here's Flagg. Now here's Christie. Black defending. Some nice ball movement by Dallas. Bagley sets a screen. Down low. Stolen by Carter. With some arc. And there's Bane. That one's good. The assist by Carter. Carter's got his 4th assist with that last one. Mavericks trail by 17. Outside Christie. Pass to Washington. Here's Flagg. Williams on the wing. Bagley sets a screen. The 3 is up. Orlando with the rebound. Carter's got 11 rebounds in the game. Suggs surveys the D. Now Banchero, defended by Christie. Kicks it out to Bane from behind the arc. That's good. And it's Banchero with the assist. And the Magic lead by 20.
Anytime he can, Bane is taking this shot. I mean, he is supremely confident from range.
Pass to Flagg. Doris, over the last few years, the NBA has done an outstanding job with replay, expanding its uses.
Well, you say outstanding job. For some, they would tell you that the replays and the reviews are taking far too long. For me, I have no problem with the time it takes because ultimately these are game-deciding, series-deciding, and often job-deciding outcomes. Let's get it right.
Over to the wing. Will it go? Knocks down the triple. Flagg's got 7 points for the quarter.
Spacing the floor. That's his 3rd triple of the game and his 2nd in this half.
Orlando leading by 17. Pass to Banchero. 6 to shoot. And it's Bagley with the rebound. Bagley's got rebound number 8 now. Now here's Williams. Pass to Flagg. Bagley, a screen on Banchero. Here's Washington. Here's the 3. And Dallas hits again from deep.
Well, you got to love those wings that can shoot it like P.J. Washington. That's so much value to your team.
The Magic have gotten 5 of 12 shot attempts to go so far in the fourth quarter. Now here's Banchero. He's guarded by Washington. And the shot goes down. And that's 23 points for Paolo Banchero.
Boy, hard to operate any more efficiently than this guy has this quarter.
Bagley, a screen on Suggs. Pass to Flagg. Just 5 on the clock. Boom! He jammed it straight down.
And proof that Cooper Flagg was worth the hype. Flagg has been a consistent weapon for his team tonight.
Magic leading by 14. Now Banchero. Up top, Black, defended by Christie. And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan.
Magic timeout call.
Franz Wagner checked in for Orlando.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. And he makes the first, but misses the second. And he stays with it. Got a piece of it. Christie with a steal. Washington outside. Outside, Williams. Here's Bagley. Out of bounds, it'll be Magic ball.
Orlando ball.
Jalen Suggs is checked in for Black.
Jalen Suggs.
And Suggs has got the ball here for the Orlando Magic. The lead is 15. Now Wagner. Suggs outside. Now Banchero. Clock at 6. Washington with a rebound. The Mavericks have gone 8 of 12 so far here in the fourth. Christie outside. Here's Flagg. Now Washington. From downtown. Carter rips down the board. Magic leading by 15. Washington against Banchero. Suggs with a screen on Washington. Oh, got a piece of it.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Magic.
Man, they were in a groove from long range tonight.
Yeah, they were able to find space, and they were ready to let it fly the moment they saw an opening.
After coming away with this W, this will give them 42 wins on the year.
Only a 2-game series, and they win both. They have to be satisfied with this.
And they got a lot of great solo efforts tonight, but probably none bigger than the performance for Franz Wagner.
Boy, whatever was needed, he provided it. He was the jack of all trades. Big bucket on one end, big defensive play on the other. I thought his influence was felt all over the floor.
Now Bagley. On the wing, Williams. Oh, can't hit the jumper. Here's Orlando. 15-point game. Now Wagner. Here's Banchero. Bane outside. Shoots a three. The three is in.
And this is why Banchero's teammates enjoy playing with him. Paolo is unselfish and willing to kick it out.
So no problem for Orlando as they get the win. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Franz Wagner.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough,